Hello, and welcome back to Underdog Investing. So today I'd like to talk about Virgin Galactic. Firstly, I'd like to go through some very exciting news about some new recruits that we've just taken on board the Virgin Galactic team and talking a bit about their credentials. And then I'd like to go through a quick tutorial showing you how we can access the Q4 2020 earnings call, which is happening today in a few hours' time. And finally, I'd like to finish off by talking about the stock price and what I'm planning to do with the stock. So before I jump into the video, I'll be grateful if you can smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for future updates. So let's start with the good news. This is the Virgin Galactic Twitter page, and I'm just going to scroll down to a few hours ago and show you the 3 new recruits that they've just taken on board. So the first one is Doug Ahrens. So Doug Ahrens is appointed Chief Financial Officer as we expand production capabilities and monetize the business. Doug has over 25 years experience at multinational corporations and led global teams at public and privately held companies in tech and manufacturing environments. So the second recruit is Swami Iyer. So Swami Iyer is appointed President of Aerospace Systems. He will lead our extraordinary team of engineers, designers, technicians, and support teams who are building the fleet of vehicles and designing the future opportunities that underpin our business. And the third and final recruit is Stephen Justice. So Stephen Justice is appointed Vice President of Engineering. He will lead and grow a world-class engineering team supporting the rapid growth of our spaceflight system, as well as longer-term efforts around high-speed point-to-point travel. And I'm glad they mentioned the high-speed point-to-point travel because it shows that they're still thinking long-term in terms of hypersonic travel. Okay, so let's have a look at some of their credentials now. So this is an article from CNBC which was released earlier today. So starting with Doug Ahrens, the new Chief Financial Officer. So he was the former Chief Financial Officer for semiconductor specialist Mellanox. And if we have a look at Mellanox, we can see that it was quite a large company. So it's an Israeli-American multinational supplier of computer networking products. And it was founded in 1999. And what's exciting is they actually generated a revenue of $1.3 billion in 2019 alone. And Doug Ahrens was the CFO of this company. Doug's deep experience helping global manufacturing companies scale and grow, combined with his tremendous capital markets and merger and acquisitions expertise, will be incredibly valuable as we expand our production capabilities and work to monetize the business. And this is what the CEO, Michael Colglazier, actually had to say about Doug. So let's talk about the other recruits now. So moving on to Swami Iyer, who is now the President of Aerospace Systems. He actually led GKN Advanced Defense Systems as President. So if we have a look at GKN, they are a British multinational automotive and aerospace components business headquartered in Redditch, Worcestershire. And that's a small part of the UK. What's exciting is their revenue of 9.6 billion British pounds in 2017 alone, and that's the equivalent of 13 billion US dollars, and also 58,000 employees in 2017. And Swami Iyer was the president of this company, and he will lead Virgin Galactic's work building its fleet of spacecraft and aircraft. And the final one is Stephen Justice, who will now be the Vice President of Engineering. He actually spent 30 years as a Director of Advanced Systems Development for Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division, and he will lead the growth of Virgin Galactic's engineering corps. And most of us know about Lockheed Martin, so it's an aerospace company. Just to show you the size of it, in 2019 alone, they generated a revenue of almost 60 billion US dollars. So yeah, these 3 recruits are definitely huge. And I think it's a very good move from Virgin Galactic. I think they understand that they're at the cusp of becoming operational. That's why they need to hire these very talented people who are able to capture this expertise and operational technology and take it to the next level in terms of revenue and profits. One thing that I wanted to point out before I move on is the new recruit, Joe Rody. This was announced on a few days ago, and he's basically the legendary former Disney Imagineer, and they hired him as an experienced architect. And the reason why this is very interesting, one of my viewers actually pointed out in our last video, is that so now we've got a CEO, Michael Colglazier, who was the president of Disneyland Resorts, and they've just hired Joe Rohde as an experienced architect, and he was one of the legendary Disney Imagineers who actually was involved in creating a lot of the theme parks. So one of the possibilities that the viewer said was that we could be looking at future space-related theme parks that Virgin Galactic can actually open. And I think that's a very possible situation, especially seeing as most of the people who are very excited in space probably can't afford a $250,000 to $400,000 ticket to space, but they definitely would go to a space-related theme park. So I think that's definitely an area to look into in terms of generating revenue as well. So I just wanted to mention that. Let's quickly talk about the Q4 earnings call now. I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial on how to access it. So first of all, we go onto the investor relations page for Virgin Galactic, and I've left a link in the description below. So if you just click on that link, this will lead you to this page. And what you do is on the bottom right hand corner, there's an events and presentations link, and you just click on that. So once we've clicked on that, you can see the featured event of the fourth quarter and full year 2020 financial results. And if we just click on the webcast, that would lead you to an events page. And this events page shows you 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and for the UK that's 10 p.m. And what we have to do is we have to quickly register. So let me just show you, for example. So if I just type in Underdog Investing, and for business email you can just enter any email. So I'll just enter this email, and then for company you could just put a dot or NA, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put that, and then you just click register. And then what happens when you register is they'll say thank you for registering, and you can basically come back at the time when the actual earnings call is starting. I think you can join about 15 minutes prior to the start time, so you literally just go back onto the webcast and then it will lead you to the actual earnings call. So I'll be listening to that. Let's talk a bit about the stock price. So as you can see, we are at $44.55, which is about 3% down, which is not too bad actually. If you consider the 6-month chart, we're still up about 180%, so that's quite significant. We've had quite a significant pullback of about 26%, but it's not related to Virgin Galactic alone. It's actually the whole tech sector is having quite a large sell-off at the moment due to concerns about inflation and rising interest rates. So if we have a look at companies like Tesla, that had about a 20% sell-off. Lemonade had about almost a 30% sell-off actually. So personally I see these as great buying opportunities. What I can say is that in terms of the earnings call, it's going to be very volatile, and I was really hoping that we would have some news from the Virgin Galactic Twitter regarding the next test flight, and I thought that would be a great way to support the stock price. But obviously we didn't have any news. But what is good is that we've had some good news about these new recruits, and I think this could potentially help support the stock price, because we all know that Virgin Galactic isn't operational yet, so they're not really going to have anything to show in terms of revenue. So I guess the only thing supporting it is the likelihood of a test flight in the near future, as well as the good news about these new recruits. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what they say about the future, and that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.